And off we go from Denver. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Newman. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Newman. Dancing, and it's a fumble. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Mike, 45.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
45.
First down, Murray.
Check.
Buying time to his left. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even.
To throw is Murray.
They're not ready for this, man.
This is Hamler on the receiving end. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Murray.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Newman.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On 2nd down, Newman.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now Newman.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And he fields it cleanly. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Murray going to throw. Open man, and again it's Sutton.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Murray now. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
Newman looking to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Newman.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Now it's Newman.
It's caught. Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Come on, set. Gravity line. It's gonna be a long day, offense.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's Newman to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders have moved out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now the try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line.
Here's Murray.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's
20-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Here's Murray. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Murray. Forced out to his left. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos have regained the lead.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
A try here for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Off the play fake, here's Newman.
And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line.
Play action. Now Newman.
This is Smith with a grab.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Check 24, 124.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Play action. Newman.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Newman.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Denver's offense now set to go.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Murray from midfield.
And going right back to Hamler. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The Broncos in the hurry up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And the Bronco offense ready to begin this 3rd quarter of play. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. Kidd.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
It's Wilson on the option.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Hubbard.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
First down, Howell to throw.
Steps away to his left.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Howell, a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Now they go play action with Howell.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game, Case in point right there.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
On 2nd down. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So the Broncos coming out now.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
4 down. Check, check.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kidd. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Knight.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll run a draw now with Hubbard.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Mike 91. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 91 is the mic. Bring it. Bring it.
Right back to Hubbard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Watch left.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Washington. That's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's
38-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
91 is the mic. Check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Dean.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Mike 91. Watch the screen. 91 is the mic. I got you. I got you.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Second down. Howell now.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
This time they'll throw it with Howell.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 2nd down now.
Whitmore. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
And Howell will throw it.
He's got Smith here. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Kidd.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Play action. It's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
We got 3. Hey, guys, 18 loves to go deep.
Throwing is Wilson. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. Ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 10. A minute 53 remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check it.
Howell to throw.
Hey.
Complete. Smith has it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Line of on 2nd and 4. Here's Howell. And this one complete to Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort, They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the New York Jets and the Carolina Panthers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch 9, watch 9. We got trips over here, trips over here.
They'll set up a throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
49, 49.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw here.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down.
Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
4 down, 4 down.
Number 16's coming, check punch.
He'll look to throw.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync,
as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete.
Here's Aaron Sipas now.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Second down, a run with Etienne. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw.
That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Trips. Check 9. Big stop.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Straight ahead, ETN. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike 16.
He'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 16. Check Mike.
ETN up the middle.
About 3 yards there to the 27. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's
They'll run with ETN.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Going for it, here's ETN.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
From the gun, a give to Henderson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. And they'll run with ETN.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Greg Dulcich
from 4 yards out.
And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total.
And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down.
Ready, set. It's our time. It's our time. 7's a Mike. Mike's
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's gonna be a long day.
Oh, nice move. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Looking to throw.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 1. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Bronco 80. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll look to throw again. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Back to throw again.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Now ETN to start the drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd and 3. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Komet.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Finds Dulcich out left side.
And he'll get nothing out of that one.
On the play fake, Corral.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jenkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They run the toss with Henderson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Corral lost it. The ball is out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 28-yard line. He'll give this to Henderson, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
48 for Mike. Hey, watch that.
Throwing here, Corral. It's a screenplay here for Carter. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Carter. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Corral looking to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, 66 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
A give, Foster running right.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Corral got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Henderson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward, as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Here's Corral.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Rohrwasser's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is, how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 59.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
60 red. 60 red.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
A first down carry for Foster. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Go, go, go. 59, Mike.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Foster on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll just get rid of it. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we got Mike.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
And Corral will throw it.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here we go. Double tight, double tight.
Corral with it on first down. He'll get this underneath to Henderson.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Looking to throw again on second down.
Corral. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Play action here. Corral. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On first down, Corral.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. 2nd down, it's Henderson. Gets around him. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Darrell Henderson taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Panthers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Rohrwasser now for the point after.
And the lead is up to 14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So the Jets now down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
Here we go, set, yellow, 22. Double dog, that's the way. Mike, check. Ready, go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll look to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On second down, back to Henderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And they take a knee. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
All day, just like that. Just like
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's week 2 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on a national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Getting home, finishing that play off, it was Tyreek Smith. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 46.
Back to throw.
Switch up, switch up.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
That's what I do. 46 to Mike, 46. Let's make these babies cry.
2nd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Henry. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Looking to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on 3rd down, in particular not letting 3rd and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on 1st and 2nd down as well to get to 3rd and manageable and make them able to pick up those 1st downs. Now here we are, 1st and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
Let's go, D.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Solid finish to the opening drive. And look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
Point after here coming up. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. On play action, they'll throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
They'll set up a throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken around the 12.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a draw play. It's Falk. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
He'll look to throw. Able to slither by. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got him. Hey, check Mike 40. Ready, go. Mike 46. Ready,
They'll give to Falk up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he's got some space here.
And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready, hut. 46.
Now a give inside for Falk. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
He'll try again.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
4 down, check.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. It's Hill, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jelani Woods. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 21-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He'll look to throw. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 25. Ready.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Javon Hargrave. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
The throw over the middle taken in.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A very solid gain of 27.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the handoff, this is Falk. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 46 to Mike. 40.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw again. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a give left side to Falk. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 5. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
You must be dreaming. Mike 14, Mike 14. They gonna need some stairs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no wind. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well,
yeah.
Right? But in this case, the defense held out. He had to force the field goal.
Get him, get him, get him. Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make the ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 31 yards there and a first down. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Seahawks are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On second and goal,
Mills hit, and he loses the ball.
and the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Now the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike, check.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Mills to throw it. High throw, but the catch is made. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Pick your game up. Mike's 50. Cut 59. Come on.
On play action, Mills.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 28. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Franks. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
56, right there. 50.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. That time a 9-play drive and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
95.
4 down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Price. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
13 yards remaining on second down. On second down, a run with Price. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end, not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll run on first down with Price to about the 48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll go again here with Price.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Here we go. Pretty red.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. 2nd and 8.
Two tights.
Straight ahead with Price.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Play action, now it's Tua. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And out now come the Seahawks.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Mills now looks to throw on first down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout.
and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
56, Mike, 50.
Now a toss here, short side. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mills. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, Mills. Shakes up, and pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through, but in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Here's Mills.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. From 13 yards out.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give up the middle to Price.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Ready, go. Mike 13, Mike 13. Ready, go.
Going right back to Price.
He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. The offense on third down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Run for this with Price.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's down. Go.
On the counter, this is Price.
Down right around the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Running here out of the gun with Price.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
I smell fear in that offense.
Looking to pass. Tua. And that is incomplete. Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
So all eyes on this Seahawks offense. Down on the scoreboard. 1:35 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
First down, Mills.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2.
Under pressure, they got him again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And now, following the desperation turnover on downs, they're set up with a 1st and goal to go.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike 13. Ready, go.
Down to an Egos Tua, and that should just about do it.
Okay, ready?
Check.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
3 down. Hey, check.
They'll run it again with Henry. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
4 down.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
4 down.
Now Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Mahomes throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His 2nd catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. They're for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Derrick Henry from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact.
It's caught at the 10. A big play there for Philly. And even 60 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hey, check 527, check. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for third down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got them into the end zone.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. Dillon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive, 4 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes
right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick-6, and I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick-6.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
running from the gun with Henry.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. That is caught by Williams for a Chiefs touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. These two teams all tied after 1. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Watch left, watch left. Stop right.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Hey, we got 3 down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man, Butler, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On second down, Dillon.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
It's just me and you.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Check pass, check pass. Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Eric Ebron from 8 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete. Make him.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
Yeah, and it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
We got 3. We got 3.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here we go. Here we go.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right there, 54.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off play action. Gage. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gage. That's complete. It's Collins. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Caught by Jones.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 3rd down, Moulton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
Right back to him on first down. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Now a give right side. Moore. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Moore. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Double tight. Hey. We got 3. We got 3 down. Key 8.
Now a give right side. Moulton. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
4 down. Check.
On 2nd down, Moulton. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Let's go, D.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Operating from the gun, Gage. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
Hey. 4 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gage. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down.
Check.
Back to throw. Gage. That's complete to Butler. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Check Mike.
Well, look at this, a tight end carry. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Even. 4 down. Even.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On 2nd down now, Moulton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
On 1st and 10, Gage. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
These preseason games are big in the development of rookie receivers, and now their teams want to see if they're going to be truly NFL caliber. So oftentimes, offensive coordinators will call certain plays to see how they react. Give them a big check mark for that one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Gage. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Mike 40, Mike 40. Check. Run, go!
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Mike's the pass. Mike's my boy, Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stark. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
So you got it. Watch, quit.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun. Gage. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. It's brought in by Harris. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He'll drop to throw. And Jones has it over the middle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. Back to throw again.
They're going to be caught here left side, Moore.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.